our story starts 12 years ago when I decided to take a Habitat Global Village trip to New Zealand. And my plan was to go as far away from Valdosta as possible, because I knew I'd never see it again, and New Zealand sounded exciting, so away I went and had a wonderful experience for 2 weeks in Tauranga, New Zealand, and I went back to Georgia and went through training to become a team leader and brought a team back to Tauranga the following year. And Jim was part of the Habitat affiliate in New Zealand. I'd met the first year, and the second year we really got to know each other and began dating, and a kind of a cross the world romance sprung up and began. Jim came over and I went back, and anyway, about 8 months later we married in a Habitat house here in Valdosta. That's it. We had decided we would get married, and we said, well, where? How should we do that? And Jim had been volunteering, well, I had too, but Jim was probably doing more work than I was on the site with different houses that were going on. And we said, well, why not get married in a Habitat house? I mean, that's how we met, doing Habitat. And then...
and Will and Ralph picked it up and said, yeah, let's do it. So, 1 week from our wedding day, they still hadn't decided where they were going to build the house. And so we started on the Friday, where they finally decided, and we built this house, completing it by the next Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah. And unbeknown to us, they even put a steeple on the roof. So, yeah, we put pine straw down and built some forms, you call them?
Benches.
Benches, yeah. And, yeah, that's where we had our wedding.
So it was built up just the exterior walls without the interior walls, right? So just the shell of the house.
Yep.
And then the guests were friends and family, but also Habitat people and local residents. Like the lady who was going to move into the house was part of our wedding entourage. I mean, she was part of the wedding. We had planned to move back to live in New Zealand primarily, although we've done a lot of trips back and forth. But as of last February, we've now had 10 years. We celebrate our 10th year anniversary, and we've been taking teams all around the world, really, at least one team a year, sometimes more than that, in those 10 years. Jim had already started taking. He was the first person really to organize teams out of New Zealand, Global Village teams to go out, and he probably, how many had you done?
Taken 15 teams to Fiji, and then we've been back there another 5 times.
Since we've been together.
And Papua New Guinea and South Africa, in fact right through Eastern Africa. And then, of course, we spent 3 months working in Samoa.
It was
housing there after the tsunami, and that was a huge thing for New Zealanders. They sent 600 people over there over the next 6 months and built about 90-something houses, and I was part of the team that really started things off and got things organised so that was possible. And then we went to Everestville last year,
which was really neat. We had
in
about
Nepal.
350 New Zealanders went and participated in that build in Nepal. It was just a great experience. I think we've got a couple of teams going back there again next year. And something else that happened exciting 3 years ago, I believe it was, we had a team from Valdosta, Georgia come over and build 2 houses in our affiliate in New Zealand. And that was a real exciting thing. We had about 18 people, 20 people from around the Valdosta area.
Mm.
And
Because of us, we really started up a sister city relationship between Valdosta and Tauranga, and that's been really neat. We came over as a group, 4 of us, when the Jimmy Carter build was on, and helped build that 25 houses or so that they built then in Valdosta here. And then, of course, as Anne says, that the team came over last year, no, 2 years ago now,
at least, yeah.
and helped build 2 houses in a very remote village, little Maori community in quite a remote area in New Zealand. So that was good. We stayed in a meeting house, a Maori marae they call it, and lived together and worked together and had a lot of fun together. Congratulations anyway, Valdosta, on 25 years of community support in building homes and in doing 200 houses. That's a real
Amazing.
milestone. We'll achieve our 50th home in Tauranga, having been going 15 years, and that will happen this November when a team from America comes to help us build again. So that's good.
We really appreciate this relationship we've had between Valdosta and Tauranga affiliate in New Zealand. We've even tied to each other. Each time we would build a house, we would make a donation to each other's affiliate. And just the encouragement we felt from Valdosta to New Zealand has been really, really neat. We've really appreciated that. In fact, we're opening a restore at the end of this month in Tauranga, and part of the enthusiasm came from talking to Stuart and others here about how you do the restore here and getting encouragement to do that. So we're very excited. We're, like how Jim said, we will have built our 50th house. So we're a much smaller affiliate, but we're moving along, and it's just neat to have the encouragement we've had from Valdosta.